Welcome to the Money Charts channel. It's the 6th day of December 2018. Time for a much quicker video because it seems all my videos, if they're short, are 15-20 minutes, and then the longer ones, well, much longer than such. All bets, trades, and of the like within one's own risk, own reward. And I think there might be an okay chance it's going to be one of those Black Friday kind of days as we head into tomorrow. Looking at Bitcoin on the weekly term time frame, of course, I got the lines in. This was a 23.6% Fibonacci retracement from the $150 lows and the $20,000 highs. And obviously, it played out as you'd expect the Fibonacci level to play. Find support, stop going down. It did just that. And the 38.2% is 3,000, was roughly around 3,100, but I expect it to pierce a little bit below, especially because that's just what history always states. But what I want to do with this is take a look at this on multiple time frames, starting off within the short term. We'll say even the 15-minute time frame. Go through all of them up to the daily. So there's only going to be the 15, the hour, the 4, and the daily that we're going to be going through. And I want to take a look at this on double perspective because the TUSD fund, the true US dollar, is the invert to Bitcoin. So I'm just going to go back and forth to each one. So we'll do this 4 different times, starting off within the daily term. We've had this downward, this is Bitcoin, downward move down to about the 35.50 handle and multiple times hit 35.70. But since then, it's had this established resistance up at 36.40 and has spent several periods over the last hour and a half or so riding this 18 average. So if it can get above this area, 36.50, maybe it can come and test some of this area. Looking at the reverse of this, we see that it goes up and it's showing the same sort of thing, showing weakness amongst the 18 average of lows as this rally has flattened out. Single hour time frame for the TUSD shows, okay, we got this level of resistance here and here. This rally or the sell-off that's happened, or the rally in Bitcoin, has come down to the 18 average of highs. Looking at it from the Bitcoin perspective, this was obviously come down to the 18 average of lows after enduring a downtrend instead. On the 4-hour time frame, as you can see in this, the retest of this level and showing several hits amongst the 18 average of highs. So TUSD will be showing several hits of the US lows. And there we can see it there, almost on this run here. But as we look at this in play, does this not look like a bullish chart where you got this uptrend as we do? You establish this resistance back November 24th, so almost 2 weeks has surpassed. In this case, it has established a low in here back to this previous resistance area, and has since been making a pattern of several lower or higher lows amongst the 18 average. Getting above this, you'd consider there would be a decent leg lower now, and higher for this, of course. Now this one is just a very bullish setup when you look at it. There's your up move, as we stated. Your consolidation shows about again, like almost 2 weeks, 10 or 12 days, well, a little over a week just after this move here, just hanging in there within it. But what do we see? It's leaving the 18 average after supporting it today. That's a very strong statement. So when we look at the opposite amongst Bitcoin, there's your down move. As I state, hard to trust these rallies, and there's all this time spending it on the 18 average of lows, and now is the one day where it looks as if it's leaving such. And because of this, and it's just probably going to have a decent sized leg, I'm going to make a prediction, and whether it happens or doesn't, the market's always going to do, but the prediction is I think the $3,000 test will happen before the stock market closes tomorrow, or by 4 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. I would guess it's going to happen closer to 4 a.m. that something like this is going to occur in the market. Of course, okay, all the risks reward trades you decide to do is amongst such. And I already, again, long time ago, decided back in here, in the end of May, that, you know what, I should be playing more aggressively for the hedge against the $3,000 Bitcoin price. And I've been waiting and playing ever since for the possibility of that $3,000 buy order to hit. And I think it's going to do so. But again, that would be done so within the TUSD fund, and this is the weekly chart. So let's move this back to the daily, where 3,000 on this translates to 33,333 Satoshi. So that's where I would have my buy orders in place. If we look at some Fibonacci upside, we got a high here at 28,832. So let's just put that number in here. So what I'm doing is I'm taking that number and I'm going to divide it by the low. And the low is represented in at 22,627. Which gives me an up target at 33,490, which coincides with the $3,000 level. If you do the same thing with Bitcoin, the down target's pretty much around 3,000. And when I think of how moves go, we usually get Pierce Extra, so I wouldn't be surprised to see 29, 28-ish, 27. Who knows, even a fast, quick move to 24, 25 that pops back up to 3 really fast, and then above that thereafter wouldn't surprise me as well. But I am predicting, and I have since even before it fell at that 6,000. At least that's how and this is why I'm playing it this way. That any move to 3,000 would result in a good bottom. When I say good bottom, that means I expect bullishly or bearishly for this to pop back up to 6,000, which means on a bullish level, it just makes sense that buying at these low prices is smart. But on a bearish level, that means you come down here and then maybe do something like this. And then the next rally is not as good and then it goes down. That's what I mean by I think something could happen. And this something here is going from 3 to 6 on both a bullish and a bearish level. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye-bye.